If you live in the UK and you haven't properly used your £20,000 ISA allowance, understand this, you are literally leaving free money on the table. Every single year. Tax-free. Gone. Forever. And the worst part? This isn't just a mistake made by people who don't know finance. This is a mistake made by people who think they're doing the right thing, but are getting one or two things wrong. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 7 real mistakes people make with their ISA and exactly how you can fix them before it costs you thousands. So, if you're serious about building your wealth, watch this video until the end. Let's get into it. First, let's make sure we understand what an ISA actually is and why it's such a big deal. ISA stands for Individual Savings Account, and the UK government gives you £20,000 every year, completely tax-free, to invest or save. On-screen graphic, £20,000 per year, no income tax, no capital gains tax. That means whatever returns you make inside your ISA, dividends, interest, capital growth, HMRC doesn't take a single penny of it. Outside an ISA, if you're investing, capital gains tax kicks in above £3,000, and your dividend allowance is now just £500. That is a massive advantage, but only if you're actually using it properly. And honestly, most people aren't. Let's get into the mistakes. Mistake number 1, and this is the most common one, not using your allowance at all. People think, I'll sort it next year, I haven't got enough money right now, I'll deal with it later. And then the 5th of April rolls around, and that £20,000 allowance? Gone, forever. On screen, ISA allowance cannot be carried forward. Use it or lose it. You cannot carry it forward. That's UK tax law. Think about it. If you put in just £500 per month into a stocks and shares ISA, that's £6,000 a year. Over 10 years, at an average return of 7%, that grows to roughly £83,000, tax-free. That same money sitting outside an ISA, you'd be paying tax on dividends and gains along the way. Small contributions still matter. Start now, even if it's just £50. Mistake number 2, choosing the wrong type of ISA. There are mainly 4 types available in the UK. On screen, ISA type comparison table. ISA type best for annual limit cash ISA, short-term savings, emergency fund £20,000 stocks and shares ISA, long-term wealth building 5+ years, £20,000 lifetime ISA, first home or retirement £4,000 gets 1 CAM bonus. Junior ISA, children under 18 £9,000. So what's the problem? A lot of people put their entire £20,000 into a cash ISA and then think, I'm using my ISA, I'm being smart. No. Sorry to say it, but no. Cash ISA interest rates are currently around 4 to 5%. Factor in inflation, and your real return is pretty slim. If you're investing for 5 years or more, a stocks and shares ISA has historically delivered average returns of 7 to 10% per year. Keeping long-term money in a cash ISA is a genuine opportunity cost. And the lifetime ISA, this is the most underused product out there. If you're between 18 and 39 and you're either saving for your first home or for retirement, the government gives you a 25% bonus. Put in £4,000, get £1,000 free every year until you turn 50. That is free money. Use it. Mistake number 3, not checking your cash ISA rate and just sitting on it. This is a real story for a lot of people. They open a cash ISA with some bank, a big high street bank, you know the ones, and then they forget about it. 3 years later, the interest rate has dropped to 1.5%. Inflation is running at 3 to 4%. In real terms, your money is actually losing value. Best cash ISA rates comparison. Check current rates on Money Saving Expert or MoneyFacts. The fix is straightforward. 1. Compare rates regularly using Money Saving Expert or MoneyFacts. 2. Transfer your ISA to a better rate provider. Since April 2024, partial transfers are allowed. 3. Transfer, don't withdraw. If you take money out and open a new ISA yourself, that counts against your annual allowance. Mistake number 4, the last-minute rush. The UK tax year ends on 5th April. And every year, what happens? Millions of people remember in March, oh no, my ISA. Then they panic, make poor decisions, pick the wrong fund, or simply miss the deadline entirely. On screen, calendar graphic, tax year, 6 April, 5th of April. The fix, start at the beginning of April. When the new tax year kicks off, that's your moment. If you can't afford a lump sum, no problem at all. Set up a monthly direct debit, £100, whatever you can manage. Compounding works over time. The earlier you invest, the more it grows. Drip feeding is also a solid strategy. It's called pound cost averaging. Whether markets are up or down, you're consistently buying in. Over the long term, this reduces your overall risk. Mistake number 5, and this is one a lot of people fall into without realizing. Say you've got £10,000 sitting in a cash ISA with an old bank. You find out there's a better rate somewhere else. So what do? You withdraw the money and deposit it into a new account, right? Wrong. Never do that. On screen, withdraw and deposit. Incorrect. ISA transfer. Correct. When you withdraw from an ISA and redeposit it into a new ISA yourself, that withdrawal counts towards your annual allowance. So if you've already used £15,000 of your allowance and you withdraw £10,000 and move it yourself, you could technically breach your allowance. The right way, use the official ISA transfer process. Your new provider transfers directly from your old provider. It's fully protected. Your allowance is untouched. And since April 2024, partial transfers are allowed. You don't have to move the whole ISA. Mistake number 6. If you're in a couple, only one of you using your ISA. This is a massive opportunity that people overlook. In the UK, a husband and wife, or civil partners, each have their own separate £20,000 allowance every year. On screen, couple, £40,000 tax-free per year. That means if both of you maximize it, £40,000 per year can be invested completely tax-free. Over 10 years, at a 7% return, that's roughly $550,000 plus, tax-free. If only one of you is using an ISA, you are literally wasting half of your potential. And here's a bonus tip. Junior ISA. If you have children, they also have a £9,000 per year allowance. They access it at 18, and it could become their university fund or house deposit. Mistake number 7. Opening an ISA and never checking it again. This one is especially common with stocks and shares ISAs. People choose a fund, maybe a globally diversified index fund, keep contributing, and then 10 years later they realize the fund had poor performance, high fees, or an allocation that no longer matched their risk tolerance. On screen, annual ISA review checklist. Every year, or at least every couple of years, check the following. Fund performance. How is it performing against its benchmark? Fees and OCF, ideally you want to be below 0.75%. Allocation, is it still right for your age and goals? Provider comparison, is there a better platform? Compare Vanguard, AJ Bell, Hargreaves Lansdowne contribution level. Has your income gone up? Increase your contributions too. Your ISA isn't a one-time decision, it's an ongoing strategy. Here's a bonus tip that 90% of people miss. Use your ISA and your pension together. In your ISA, money grows tax-free and you can withdraw at any time, no age restrictions. With a pension, you get tax relief on contributions. Basically, the government tops up what you put in. On screen, quick comparison graphic, younger and starting out? After your emergency fund, begin with an ISA for flexibility. Got a decent income? Increase your pension contributions, especially if you're a higher rate taxpayer. Building long-term wealth? Use both at the same time. That's proper financial planning. So, there you have it. The 7 ISA mistakes that could be holding back your wealth building. Quick recap. Not using your allowance at all. Choosing the wrong ISA type. Accepting a poor rate without shopping around. Leaving it to the last minute, withdrawing instead of transferring. Only one partner using their allowance. Never reviewing your ISA. None of this is rocket science. You just need the right information and to act on it in time. And that's exactly what the Finance Vault is here for, so you can stay informed and make smart decisions with your money. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who needs to. In the next video, we're talking about which funds to choose inside a stocks and shares ISA, from beginner to advanced. So hit the bell icon so you don't miss it. See you in the next one. Take care. Peace.